Chat, we go. It's Mawkzy versus Stizzy, a continuation of the road to Nwpo versus Mawkzy, the World Championship 1v1 that's going to be happening in September. We have given Mawkzy and Nwpo a way to play as many matches as they can in preparation to stay fresh and stay peak to find out who's the best 1v1er in the world. We've got Mawkzy versus Stizzy today, and it's actually been a bit since we've played our last games, and Nwpo has actually already played Stizzy. And Nwpo was able to get a sweep against Stizzy in the 1v1. So it is now up to Stizzy to see if he can get his $100 against Mawkzy and equalize the show match record, because right now Mawkzy is one series win ahead. Nwpo actually has a pretty decent goal differential, so even if Mawkzy wins this, if it goes game 5, Nwpo actually has the goal differential in his favor. But the problem is, the more important thing, the series differential will still be in favor of Mawkzy. So Nwpo needs a Mawkzy loss, as this is the 7th of 10 matches we plan for them to play in preparation for Worlds. We knew this might take a little bit, and I had no issues with that as well. I just wanted to make sure that these guys got a healthy dosage of opportunities to play 1v1 show matches in the run-up to Worlds. Now, we had just got done with EWC and some vacations on my end. There's a couple of the reasons why we had a big break, but hopefully, going forward, my availability is available to see when we could get the matches between Mawkzy, Nwpo, and the rest of the potential challengers. Now, we've went through a lot. We went through 7 players, and depending on who we can get interested, we probably could fill out the roster if we had everybody's interest, but you never know. People may not be interested in playing 1v1s and help giving these guys prep to try and steal some money away from them with a win. So we might do rematches as well of the players that both Mawkzy and Nwpo lost to, because in theory those players will be solid, you know, practice for them going forward. And since they both lost to them, it doesn't feel like we're, you know, favoring one player or the other. So there's a chance we'll do some rematches, chance we'll find some new players. That's the plan going forward. And the plan right now in game number 1 of this best of 5 is Mawkzy domination. Stizzy having a tough time. When we originally invited Stizzy, it was actually a while ago, around the time that he was playing some very solid 1v1. He had just qualified, or was about to qualify, for the, what's it called? The Chalked Cast and James Bot Ascension Protocol. So Stizzy went to Ascension Protocol, actually along with Mawkzy. These are the two guys who went and represented EU. Mawkzy, it's been long enough now that I'm going to mention the results. Mawkzy came away with the win. I think Stizzy put up a decent fight at the tournament as well. But it was certainly Mawkzy with the edge, and Mawkzy who'd be favored, which going into all 10 of these matches, Stizzy, nice pre-jump challenge, then quickly off the side wall to steal it away. Going into these, I was thinking there was a chance that, you know, this was going to get separated by one series win. You know, maybe one of them goes 10-0 and the other one goes 9-1, the way that they have played against opponents in the past, but it has proven to be a little bit tougher for our World Championship favorites than we maybe expected. And instead, they actually are both looking at potentially losing records. I think Nwpo might be even after one. Oh, actually, I don't know. He might be down. He might be down 3-4. And Mawkzy might have a winning record if he wins here 4-3. But either way, it's pretty close to 500 for both of them. And we'll see if that cleans up as we get closer and closer to Worlds with our last few matches. Mawkzy started off this game number 1 with a 4-0 run. And Stizzy has done a decent job putting up a good fight, not letting himself get tilted away by air dribble bumps, which were happening in the process of getting that lead. And now has himself in a very respectable position considering 2 minutes left to go. He's going to get flicked to the moon by Mawkzy, and actually doesn't even need a follow-up. Sends it soaring from early on the field. Stizzy's done a lot of early challenging, and Mawkzy recognizing it this time and punishing it with a massive flick over the top of the close defense from Stizzy. Sometimes a mistake to launch those if a player fakes enough because you're just handing over possession. Stizzy, oh, he went really greedy there. And I don't know, he's just going to let Mawkzy roll this one in. No, he's going to go next. 6-2 with 1:40 left to go. Stizzy has had enough of game number 1. He went for a greedy reset double that did not hit. Mawkzy starts up early in game number 1. Game 2. Now, since the 4-0 starts, I think Stizzy has kept it equal. It was 2-2 because Mawkzy ultimately finishing 6-2. So with the forfeit, Stizzy maybe just feeling like he let it get too out of hand in the first couple minutes. Wants to try again instead. And we'll see if that proves to be the right decision in the long run. Mawkzy was hoping to take this one back to his half, but it is going to be Stizzy in clean control. Mawkzy got a respawn on boost to the midfield. That allows him to make the save and get this clear. Stizzy super powering the clear. And switching it into his back corner. Air dribble, Mawkzy, ceiling challenge, takes it away. Stizzy took that dribble too high, and it was just possible for Mawkzy to be able to use the ceiling and not take a ton of risk in terms of being able to intercept the ball. We've seen a lot of air dribbling at lower heights in the past year or so of 1v1 meta as ceiling challenges start to become too good and too common. And Stizzy playing defense quickly off the kickoff. Air dribble bump set up. He might have saved the shot all on his own. Oh, but he did not get the perfect recovery he wanted. He went in and out of the nets and actually overshot it and was not able to tap the ball out of danger's way. He was hoping, as he flipped through, to tip it with the tail end of his car. But because he got a phantom hit there, at least on my screen, gonna allow Mawkzy an easy shot on net. 2-0 lead. He's gonna go to the ceiling for a reset. Falling far away from the net, forcing Stizzy out to a challenge. Almost got a low 50. That was a missed dash, and that missed dash might even just be a goal. Stizzy doesn't need to do much. Just get around the ball and shoot it. And that's why you have to be so pure at all times with your movements in these games. If Mawkzy lands even slightly better, Stizzy could be locked away forever attempting to score. Direct kickoff goal is good for the mental if you're Stizzy. In a game that felt like it maybe could slip away like the last one did. He's right back to tied. Mawkzy taking this one to his back wall. Stizzy shadowing close. Really solid flick. As we watch from Mawkzy's perspective, Stizzy's trying to close the distance after the save. Does not want to allow Mawkzy the time and space to operate. It's clear that's been the way he wants to play as he picks up the midfield 100. Mawkzy prioritizing the ball, grabs a demo, and I don't think Stizzy got this ball out of play enough. Stizzy had all the boosts on the map. Mawkzy completely starved out. But doesn't matter when Mawkzy's able to snipe a demo and take you off the field. Stizzy reset dunk, right back to offense, this time farther away from the ceiling and the back wall, so Mawkzy cannot easily challenge. He's attempting to have Mawkzy make a mistake and be able to win a 50. But Mawkzy covers everything and covers his 50 as well. Stizzy forced back. Seems like he's doing his best to try and save boost to be prepared to make this play on the follow-up. He saved it all for that, and it actually ends up working out because Mawkzy missed the midfield 100. And now Stizzy with a big takeaway. Gonna pass to himself off the side wall. Decided that was the fastest way to get it to net, and he's probably right as he makes it 3-3. Little midfield hug in the tie game. Stizzy dealing with an early challenge well, and now has himself a lead, the first lead of the series so far. As Mawkzy diving deep. Mawkzy, ooh, this is not his normal flick, but it is his normal position. A side flip flick to capitalize on a kickoff. Stizzy feeling like he was going to be able to react to probably anywhere in nets, and against a different opponent, maybe he would be able to. Stizzy backing up off the kickoff. Mawkzy, little wave dash pop to get the ball floating and in a position where he can dribble it. Stizzy, did he just fight through the bump? Oh my goodness, what a save. I'm pretty sure Stizzy got bumped. He quickly flipped in order to cancel his momentum and keep himself in net. And then he gets around to make a play, and Mawkzy just handed him the ball. Stizzy's looking at a wide open net now. The defense from Stizzy staying locked in and not frustrated at all by the fact he's having to deal with physical play. Shows what you can do to overcome it. Now he's got a 5-4 lead. If Stizzy gets even a game here against Mawkzy, then he has helped out Nwpo in gaining some ground back, but nothing will really do it quite like a full series win. If these guys trade wins the rest of the way, it's going to be a Mawkzy victory in the end. As Mawkzy heading to the ceiling. Delayed flip, and it's beautiful. Top shelf. 5-5 with 56 seconds left to go. Mawkzy loves his ceiling resets. Actually, one of the only players in the top ones game who used the ceiling reset. We see so many others preferring the ball resets. Definitely a bigger target to land your car on the ceiling, and yet the ball reset can happen anywhere on the field, as Stizzy shows right now, much lower, closer to the net. You can get the reset, maybe make outplays, but Mawkzy's defense is going to punish a failed attempt like that one. Stizzy doesn't get much of anything out of his reset, and then did his best to try and milk out the play. Couldn't do so. Wave dash kickoff from Mawkzy back into his corner. Stizzy, it's tough. He wants to have boost, but at the same time, it feels like allowing Mawkzy possession at any moment in the final minute. It's going to be so hard to get it back from him, although he has survived a couple different bumps and has instead used them as speed of his own. He tried to get a demo. Mawkzy drops a wow when Stizzy does not connect on the demo. And now Mawkzy, this is the kind of time wasting he's willing to do. He's going to cut the ball back and forth. Stizzy wants a demo again because he dove for it. Mawkzy sees the way out is into Stizzy's nets. And Stizzy does not want to wait for 4 seconds to go to the goal replay or the next kickoffs, and it's hard to blame him. He's down to go to game number 3 as Mawkzy clutches it out. Game number 3, Mawkzy and Stizzy. Stizzy's last chance to put up a different results than he got against Nwpo. As Stizzy, oh my goodness, nice reset near the ceiling, uses that musty flick to launch the ball, but Mawkzy has recovered in time in order to prevent any goal. Mawkzy, nice 50 in the corner, and we'll start out the scoring again. Stizzy leads have been rare, even though it felt like in that game number 2 that he was able to really dictate most of the game. Felt like Mawkzy was trying to claw it back, but when it comes down to it, final minute, Mawkzy finds himself in his familiar position in the lead, able to waste a bit of time and secure his victory. Stizzy, chip around 1. Gonna die in the process. Chip around 1. There's only one other player. It's not like I've even been commentating other, modes either. I've just been watching other modes. Agonizing Poo, thank you for the 19 months. Stizzy with a kickoff win. It feels like he needs to score the next goal. I know it's ridiculous to say it's a must score, but with a minute in, you can see his card. There it is. He agrees. He agrees. I think you need to score that one. You have 4 minutes to hit a pogo, though, so lots of time. Mawkzy, double ooh, I mean, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. It is kind of like barely a pogo with how much he bounced off the ground, but hey, still pretty nice. We'll end it there. He does not need to give us another attempt. That's one of the better pogos we've seen. Let's take a trip on over to the leaderboard real quick and enter in our newest results. Mawkzy is also getting to 3-0 against Stizzy. So we have 3 matches left to try and keep Nwpo and Mawkzy fresh.